What's this? My first book, Class of '86, coming July 7th? And it's currently in pre-orders for the ebook version? Yes, follow the links in the comments and in the description to pre-order your copy of my hilarious high school comedy, post-apocalyptic Cold War slasher, as I show some clips from some random movies. I've never promoted a book before, so here's some movies that inspired the book. Class of '86 is also coming in a paperback and hardcover, which will also be released on July 7th. And now on with whatever the hell I'm talking about today. Ooh, I always look forward to any movie where the YouTube poll flips me the bird. There is actually a lot that I like here. The opening scene I was into once I got used to this shit. Which I got used to that when the scenes got lit a little darker. The opening is a fun sequence that, yeah, has effects that you'd more so see in Crystal Skull, but it's got a lot of the humor, music cues, imagery, and Indy thinking off his feet that you'd see in the original three. I was watching this opening and thinking, damn, this would be a really good cutscene in an Indiana Jones video game. And I like how it immediately cuts decades later to 1969, where we go from this man who has had this wildly eventful, legendary, crazy life to then just living in a small apartment, yelling at his neighbors, waking up and putting whiskey in his coffee, just another guy on the subway. And his students aren't much interested in what he's saying either. There's a great scene where he fills in the gap of what's been going on in the last 15 or so years, and Ford is excellent here, as he is through all of it, of course. There's good themes about time and what you would change if you would go back, and either chasing the old days or accepting that they're gone. So you have one character who is thinking about this stuff normally, and a villain who is going the evil route. I always like things where there's large events going on in the background, and they do that here in the first act, where moon landing news is going on. There is a good base here for a lot of stuff that works, but unfortunately never goes that extra mile in really focusing on that. A majority feels like they manufactured an Indiana Jones script and didn't do anything to really make the best parts stand out, so you have good stuff that's kind of dropped and a lot of action scenes that just play out. It contains imagery or plot points or backstories or interactions that, whether intentional or not, all look like something from either previous films or even other Harrison Ford films. It briefly becomes The Fugitive, where he's wanted for murder and has a chase in a parade. One of the many things that's kind of dropped. There's small roles like Sala and Antonio Banderas, but they're in and out so quick, they almost felt crowbarred into it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is fine at first, but gets a bit too quippy as it goes on. The kid just feels forced into it and is so forgettable, I can't even remember his name. Mads Mikkelsen, however, was born to play both a Bond villain and an Indiana Jones villain, and now after Casino Royale, he has finally been both. He's great to watch, and yeah, he could play a role like this in his sleep, but he does it well. I do wish there was way more to this character, because on the page, he's just a generic villain, but Mikkelsen does elevate it. So the movie doesn't come close to the first three, but as for comparing it to Crystal Skull has more glaring problems than this movie, but I'll say this. The last time I saw Crystal Skull from beginning to end was in theaters, yet I do remember lines from it. I still remember several scenes and set pieces. I spent a lot of this movie thinking, wow, this is just a movie happening, and I don't know how much of it I'll remember. Until the last 20 minutes, I'm going to remember that. I saw it coming, but it got so crazy that I was kinda with it. If anything, I wish it went further than it did, like everything else in this. I did genuinely like the last scene, though. I don't know if a lot of things were just mandated here or what, but this could have been great, and instead they settled on serviceable. I'll give it a C+. It's not a bad film, and better than the other movie I saw the same day, a movie called Spy, which is a Mission Impossible Indiana Jones cash-in that references everything from Candy Crush to Stalin. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe to our channel today and click the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.